tables, how you used to have a couple of horseshoe pits in it. The tables where you would sit, play cards, chess, checkers, write letters. That first pole there was a maypole or tetherball, whichever way you want to call it. You got a basketball court. You got a handball court. As you take a close look at that handball court, you'll see a smiley face on it. The only thing is, it's a dead smiley face. And the writing underneath it says, Legend of the Smiley Family. There's only one way to become part of that family. You have to get the big smile. We have a few members here. Just saying. You used to have 6 telephone booths. For you young ones, that's where you had to stand and talk on the phone with a wire foot, couldn't move around. Now there's a real chapel, all denominations. We even had a few weddings. Out here is where they played their baseball, softball, football. You used to play baseball with these guys. Little white building right there was a radio station. Could actually broadcast in the early days, run by the inmates for anywhere 1 to 30 days. In 1979, the feds found out about it and made us quit. Oops. But now if you were good, you got to go down them same steps. This time you would turn right, then left. That took you back into the sugar shack. Gaming area, ping pong tables, pool tables, couches. No officer was ever in there when they were in there. It was too dangerous. So it actually carries the Vegas saying. What happens in there stays in there. And the only thing I've ever had to mention about the entire situation, it was the inmates who named it the Sugar Shack. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the tour, I also told you with what documents I had. I can tell you 998 people died here. There's the documents I don't have that drives me nuts. From that wall south was built in 1929 to 1959, 30 years. Over there where you see the number 4. When they started digging the trench to put that wall in, we dug up 8 bodies. We know they were inmates, but who they were, why they were there, we have no clue. We just took them on out to the cemetery and marked them up as unknowns. Well, people started trying to find out what was going on here. We found out from 1866 to 1923 we had very few records. And when someone died, they stuck them in a pine box, stuck them over there in the wagon gate, put a guy on a horse, said, go find the family to see if they want the body back. Well, maybe within a year we might get rid of that body. Well, by the second year we had 15 boxes sitting there. The smell was getting kind of bad. So they got with everybody and says, what do you need to do? We need to bury them. So most families said, yeah, go ahead, because we don't want them back anyway. There's only a handful of people that actually want their family members back because they had burial plots for them. And we worked with them the best we could. The only thing was we didn't have a cemetery. All they did was dig a hole, drop them down in, covered them up, went on about their business. They're known as fodder fields. There's no grave markings, there's no records, there's nothing. And when I started here in '86, they estimated somewhere around 500 being buried here on the ground. 2 months ago they come to me because they're still investigating it. And now they believe there's a little over 700 that's actually buried here on the ground. That's almost as many as I got documented. It's a 998. So we're looking at least 1,700 people being buried here. That's insane. I read an article, 1887, 3 Cherokee Indians all died mysteriously on the same day here. Go figure. The inmates were out playing a game. The officer stepped out on the porch, looked at them, said, stop playing, bury the Indians. They ran to one of the 4 corners, dug one hole, dropped all 3 of them in it, covered it up, and went on back to playing their game. This is what they did back then. When we started tearing out the buildings over here in the 70s, when we tore up the floors, we found all kind of bones under the floors. Who were these people? I'd like to know. They have at least the right to their own history. That's what drives me nuts. It also drives me nuts because I want to tell stories. There's so many good ones there that I can't get. The last big article I read in here about the Apache Indians all out west. They were all captured, put on trains, shipped east, put into prison. Coach East and them went to Florida. I had a large group of them here. I just don't know which ones. So how can I tell you stories about them if I don't know? I get people come in all the time, look at me, and they say, well, did you have anybody famous? I say, to me they are. I had the Hatfields and McCoys. We even hung a McCoy, tiny, 1924. No, we never hung a Hatfield. We don't hang our own. We just hang them foreigners from Kentucky. I got one last little stop. This is where mainline population live. You're going to see the difference in the cells. But this is where you get to walk in the cell and get locked up. See what it's like to be an inmate. Get a picture of each other behind bars. Have a little fun. I promise you get to go home. They just don't say it when. I've got gun ranges.
This is it. This is the Sugar Shack.
Oh, bad.
Let me see this. Are you recording?
No.
Here we are. We're down here in the Sugar Shack.
He says he's not allowed to take us down here.
No.
Oh, because there's
So
no
did that shut
guards,
off?
right?
No, this is one of the most haunted places around.
What?
It's haunted down here. Turn the light on.
Why?
Because this is dark. You can't see. No, I got my phone.
Yeah, I don't know why they want to come down here.
All right, Belle, come on. It's awful dark. I don't know if this is going to come out or not.
The other way is where they go.
Why did it get so hot?
I thought this is the hole.
Yeah, that was the Sugar Shack over there. Oh, you got a light? There you go. Your light.
That's got a lock on it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come out. I don't think we're gonna do that. I'd be afraid of a power outage. Huh?
Calling him yellow.
Call me Yellow. Go ahead. I'm going home here in a little bit.
Okay, ready to switch?
Oh yeah, this is good footage here. Oh yeah. Mayor, it's at this point in time I have a confession to make.
Come here, Bella.
What if we actually got like a show?
Got it.
What's that? You can't find the button.
Did you bring your Xbox?
Well, see ya.
It's broke. At least you got a clean one.
At least you got a clean one.
I promise I'll let you back in.
90 something.
95.
Mount Olive. Is the new one was built in Mount Olive.
Alright, ready to switch?
You're paroled. What's it feel like to be a free woman?
Well, I got the right cell. It was nice and padded.
Nice and padded?
Yeah, it's a padded one.
Okay. Get the right one?
Cell for me, nice and padded.
Nice and padded?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting!